Positive greetings, my people. It's Sunday morning on Spaceship Earth, and this being the divisive times that were known as August 2022, I thought it might be appropriate to give a little service, seeing as how everyone I know is perhaps obeying the old obedient style of exoterically worshiping a god in the sky, or pretending there is no such thing as the divine, and the other, even yet far more modern, tragic perception of what's called atheism. Special gifts we bring when entering. The things you think are real are really flapping with. When you go into a room, you bring exactly what you do and say and think. Darkness will bring a new day of regret. Our love will rearrange everything. Or in the bifurcation, it happened simultaneously. Some of us say we must ascend, while others demand this soul must learn to get free. While others say a cyborg slave will stay obedient, then I'll never see them again, possibly. 'Cause I got to learn how to have the discernment to let my soul learn to be free. My family, everyone who is with me, everyone who rejects me, The stone that the builder refused will always be the stone I cannot lose. One of my dearest friends who claims to be born again and shows that they behaved as someone who was born again told me shortly after the lockdown, I feel that I was born for moments such as this because it is through the trials and the tribulations and the tests of the deceiver that we learn who we are. And although I began Castaneda books at age 16, I read the Tao Te Ching at 18, and I studied herbology briefly thereafter. I did not begin Buddhist texts till I was my late 30s, and I was born again, Gnostic in my early 30s. And through all of these studies, strategic tests, and initiations from the Holy Ghost, I was always reminded of what I once knew, the wisdom I will have in the future to share with you. And on these concepts, and that the first video I made was in some part inspired by developing a relationship with spontaneity as part of a spiritual practice. I thought I will divine for you on this Sunday morning what I consider my Bible, which is called The Complete Jesus. It is a book of nothing but statements of the Master. When Salome asked, "How long will death have power?" the Lord answered, "So long as ye women bear children." For the Lord himself, on being asked by someone when his kingdom shall come, said, "When the two shall be one, and that which is without is that which is within, and the male with the female, neither male nor female. In the coming age, say the Lord, thou wilt neither marry nor be given in marriage, but will be as the angels in heaven." So I just read three little statements here from, let's see which book that was. The Epistle of Titus. So, once you've accepted this idea of androgyny and the inverted form that the deceiver has brought forth, then you will begin to understand how someone such as myself could have the self-confidence or the faith to make a video like this. Because, as they say in the East, the truth shall come. The truth is within your heart. The truth comes from within, your personal truth. And as I like to say, my friends in the West Coast would say, to discern their truth, they must sweat it out by living it, living the dream. And this, after having just watched an amazing video about an interview with Amanda Volman, a natural doctor, and then I just previously watched an interview with Dr. Tom Cowan. Before that, who was being one of the first medical MDs to spread accurate truth information since the lockdown. And one of the things he said was, if you have the pure oxygen, sunlight, and you eat the nourishing tradition style of diet, you'll be fine. And that being principles I've lived by and healed by. He also mentioned this writer here, which I had temporarily borrowed from a free library here. I heard him reading from Illich here, so I thought it would be appropriate to read from. Since the crisis in schooling is symptomatic of a deeper crisis in modern industrial society, it is important that the critics of schooling avoid superficial solutions. Inadequate analysis of the nature of schooling only postpones the facing of deeper issues. But most criticism of the schools as pedagogical, political, or technological. The criticism of the educator is leveled at what is taught and how it is taught. The curriculum is outdated, so we have courses in African culture or North American imperialism, on women's liberation, on food and nutrition. Passive learning is old fashioned, so we have increased student participation both in the classroom and in the planning of curriculum. School buildings are ugly, so we have new learning environments like Google. There is concern for the development of human sensitivity, so group therapy methods are imported in the classroom. Now they've outlawed that in many circles. Another important set of critics is involved with the politics of urban school administration. They feel that the poor could run their schools better than a central bureaucracy that is oblivious to the problems of the disposed. Black parents are enlisted to replace white teachers in the motivation of their children to make time and find the will to learn. Still, other critics emphasize that schools make inefficient use of modern technology. They would either electrify the classroom or replace schools with computerized learning centers. I believe that all these critics miss the point because they fail to attend to what I've elsewhere called the ritual aspects of schooling, what I here propose to call the hidden curriculum, the structure underlying what has been called the certification effect. Others have used this phrase to refer to the environmental curriculum of the ghetto street or the suburban lawn, where the teacher's curriculum either reinforces or vainly attempts to replace. I am using the term hidden curriculum to refer to the structure of schooling as opposed to what happens in school, in the same way that linguists distinguish between the structure of a language and that the speaker makes of it. The traditional hidden curriculum of school demands that people of a certain age assemble in groups of about 30 people under the authority of a professional teacher from 500 to 1,000 times a year. It does not matter if the teacher is authoritarian so long as he is the teacher's authority that counts. It does not matter if all meetings occur in the same place as long as they are somehow understood as attendance. The hidden curriculum of school requires, whether by law or by fact, that a citizen accumulate a minimum quantum of school years in order to attain his civil rights. Okay, so what he's saying here, this is even Illich, what he's saying is that everything I have learned is worthless to the Babylonite person who runs the world. Okay, I've spent years in self-studies, so I would say, experiential knowledge and testing your beliefs and the structures of your wisdom, if you have the courage to put it forth, could plausibly be adequate. Whereas the society might say you have to go to school for 10, 20, 30 years to know what you're talking about. So I encourage to end my sermon here. I have to say I encourage everyone to share what they can to help this world heal, and God bless. And may the Mother Earth Goddess bless you all with the divine healing wisdom we need to all learn eventually how to rise into the fifth dimension with Mother Gaia. God bless.